Hello everyone, this is Henry and welcome again to the PSI Defense channel. I'm just going to do a little show and tell video today of my carbine. I know I've gotten a lot of questions on what I did to build my carbine, some of the things I use. I'll link as many I put as many links in the description as I can to where you can find some of this stuff. Some of the stuff is just not available anymore. I mean, don't stop searching, because that's how you know, we stumble across some things that were previously unavailable. So I'm gonna do my best to give you guys a heads up and maybe point you in the right direction if you want to convert your FSC into a carbine. Haven't done a lot of videos, actually, any shooting videos, because um, my trap, as most of you guys have seen in my dirty garage firing range, I've got fabric in the trap that catches the rounds and drops them down into a chute. And I've gone through a lot of different types of fabric, from carpet, furniture grade vinyl, leather, multiple towels, denim, and I just couldn't find any materials that wouldn't get completely shredded. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, now knock that focusing off. But I went ahead and went on eBay and got some Kevlar and put a sheet of that in there. Although it didn't rip through there, the edges started to fray really bad because there's a lot of impact that kept hitting it. But had a friend of mine sew this bad boy together. So a dowel rod's going to go in here. This is going to catch my Grimburgs, and it's got 2 layers of Kevlar, and in between there is sandwiched some furniture grade vinyl. I don't know if you guys can see that. Very excited to try that out. I've got some other tutorials coming up here pretty soon, but I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys some new content so you wouldn't get bored waiting on me. So here she is, my FSC carbine, my pride and joy of my fleet, or my arsenal. So I started with the FSC, and as you can see, I put on a Houge grip sleeve, and with all of my first strike markers, I installed. I have one of those out here. Sorry. I installed Milsig heat core O-ring. I got these from Grimburg. And what they do, they don't increase your power, but when you turn the power up beyond what these markers are designed for, the weak point is the heat core O-ring, which actually holds the majority of your pressure in, that expels your bolt and fires your projectiles. So you replace that when you go high power for self-defense. And they say you only have to replace it once, and I have every reason to believe them. It's very well made, very durable. Grimburg sells like 3 packs for less than $10. And the Houge grip sleeve. On my FSC pistol, I have a black one, which contrasts really nicely with this desert tan. Then, what else did I do next? Okay, I've got the eBay barrels. I bought them in a set of 3. And I contacted the guy about what bore size they are. And I forget what he said, like maybe 689 or 687 or something, but my friend Daniel Sterling actually put calipers inside this particular barrel, which is the 3 set from eBay, and he got 0.686, which is perfect for Grimburgs. As you see, I've got a First Strike flash hider on the end. You can get that directly from First Strike. These guys right here, I love these guys. These came from Sterling Self-Defense. They are 3D printed CO2 holders. So as you see, you can just stick your CO2s in here. You can have them on your Picatinny rails and ride with spares on board. This here, my sight, I believe I got from eBay. I got it because it had a really nice tactical look. I mean, it's got rails here. I don't ever foresee myself mounting anything, but it definitely has a really nice tactical look. What I like about it is it has 4 different reticles you can select from, and you can go red or green. Also have this 3/4 inch riser, which is aluminum, very well made. Pretty sure I got that from eBay. I've got the First Strike top rail adapter for the FSC right here, and just some random 5-slot piece of rail which you can attach to the side of the FSC top rail adapter. Also have First Strike rear ASA adapter. On the bottom, I've got a quick single point sling, quick release right here, and I've got it mounted sideways because it's a little precarious going some of the other directions, and you can crank it down pretty hard to where that's not moving at all. If I wanted to go this way, I would have to modify and cut that, and just wasn't feeling like doing that right now. I may do that in the future. This is the foregrip. Is a brand new foregrip from the T9.1. Good looking out, Dan. You unscrew this, and there's a little compartment in there. You can stick some pepper balls or something in there. What I like the most is that it has these little compartments where you can mount pressure switches, which I have done for my laser light combo, and it's a green laser light combo that came with a pressure switch. Nothing really special. Got it off of eBay. I'm sure it came from China, but it came with rechargeable batteries, a battery charger, and it works good. So no complaints there. As you can see, I've got the 15 round mag extension. Leave a couple rounds here. Bear with me. Which allows you to run 15 rounds in your FSC. Very hard to find. Not even sure where I got these. I'll look, but I'm positive that where I did get them, they're out of stock. Okay, so it looks like I had one in the breach. For those of you that don't know, for a lot of these, if you're using round ball with your First Strike markers, the FSC and the T8.1, then you can drop a single round ball down into the breech, and it pretty much falls down into place where you need it to go. Then you put your mag on top of that. This is not gassed up and the safety is on, so you definitely want to be cautious with these things because you can hurt yourself. I imagine if you were to shoot with your finger in front of the muzzle, you could easily lose that finger. You can blow walls through holes. I accidentally put a hole in my ceiling. Let's see what else we got going on here. A little bit about the barrel. I'm using the 16-inch barrel. Well, some of my contemporaries have noticed that they get the best efficiency with the 14-inch barrel, but for the sake of balance, because of the length of my buttstock, I went with the 16. Looked the best to me. I tried, like I said, it comes in a 3-pack. It comes with a 9-inch barrel, a 14-inch barrel, and this 16-inch barrel. Now for the handguard, Sterling Self-Defense had printed me a handguard, and it was very rough and durable. Very hard. It looked great. He had a bunch of different lengths. However, since I've got so much mounted to it, it's particularly the foregrip put a little bit too much stress for a printed model, so I ended up getting this aluminum universal handguard. It just has 4, I don't know if you can see, 4 set screws here, 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 and here that help lock your barrel in place. And the only reason it's wiggling is because the barrel actually moves. But other than that, it's secured to the barrel. Now to the part that everybody always wants to know about, which is the 2.12 gram buttstock air adapter. Alright, sit you down for a minute. First one I had, which looks amazing. This came from Sterling Self-Defense. He got a hold of some of the Umarex 2x12 gram CO2 adapters, and he made and printed the buttstock adapter to it. It has the tip that comes on the 88 and 90 gram CO2 tanks, so you have to get an adapter. They're regularly available. Problem is, we've been looking for these Umarex 2x12 CO2 adapters. We can't find them anywhere. We don't know if they're making them. We don't know if they're going to make them. I reached out to Umarex. They don't have any more in stock. But I will show you the premise of these. Holds two 12 gram CO2s. One goes in that way. The other one goes in that way, so they're in there butt to butt. It has a piercing needle in the end, and it also has a piercing needle in this end, so you just screw it down. The beauty of this shoulder stock is that it's set to where it just sticks out just enough to grab it, but not too much to interfere with shoulder mounting. And then this spring mounted latch right here allows you to charge it, and it's amazing. Looks amazing. I'm going to do some testing to see if there's any difference in FPS that I get between these two. This is aluminum, this one's steel. This one has a larger chamber, which aids in expansion, so all those things could help. Not sure. But this bad boy right here came from MCS. I believe they use these to charge up when you have the CO2 shotguns and you have to charge the shells. They use these. So it's the same concept as the Umarex model. Two CO2s back to back. Steel sleeve pierces down there, so that goes in that way. If you want, there's an additional locking washer there, so you can, you know, snug it up against there and lock it. I don't really see the need to. There's really great O-rings. When you get it, it's pretty dry, so I always lube the threads, lube all the O-rings. It is air. You're going to want to definitely keep all the O-rings and seals lubed with silicone-based lubricants. Not sure what my stuff is, but I use the First Strike ointment and a silicone-based lube. That's amazing. It's red. I'll show you guys in another video. But anyways, you put those in and you twist this big knob. It's a little easier to charge than the other because it's such a big knob. It doesn't take as many turns. It goes directly into the ASA, no adapter needed. And this is just a standard AR style tube shoulder stock, adjustable shoulder stock. So it fit right over this adapter, but what I did is purchased this from First Strike. It comes in a 2-pack. It's for 2-inch diameter ASA tanks, so you can remove this adhesive, stick it to the bottom of your tank, and then it's a floating buttstock design where it goes through the back of the tank compatible shoulder stocks, and then gives you the notches, keeps it from rotating, and gives you the notches to ride that rail. What I did, I attached it to the bottom of this so that I can just easily stick my adapter in there, and then I'll have the notches there to where I can set it to where I like. That sticks out just enough so where if you need to adjust it in, you can take it, swap out your CO2s. Where I have it set now, velocity wise, is I have it set to, I think I'm getting 44 joules. And what that does, it allows me to fire all 15 rounds of this magazine and not drop below 30 joules. I'm thinking I'm going to turn the velocity down. Kirk from Grimburg has been warning me against these 2x12 CO2 adapters because they don't have enough expansion for 24 grams of CO2, and liquid CO2 gets into your marker and expands out the barrel. That's why you get very high velocities, but it's apparently not good for your marker. And I'm sure he's run tons of tests and broken many internals and done that. So I just love it. For now, I'm going to go with it and turn it down. And if I break some things, it's a lesson learned. I'll show you guys, and I'll make the mistake for you guys. But it's recommended against using 2x12 CO2 adapters, which, since you can hardly find them, you know, if you can get a tank, if you can get a single 12 gram CO2, the problem is when you get the extended magazines, they only hold an 8 gram CO2, which you're hard pressed to fire 15 shots at a high velocity with an 8 gram CO2. So you're best if you don't have the stock and all that kind of stuff, the air in the stock. I would recommend getting a T.8 or T8.1 or T9.1 magazine where you can use 12 gram CO2s. That'll be plenty for each of your 8 shots in those magazines, and you just switch out mags as you need. So yeah, for the most part, there is my baby. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Got a lot more videos coming. Just got these guys in the mail from Instinct Industries. What they are, passenger side mag release. Can't wait to put those on. So I'll show you guys a video on how to install those. Shouldn't be too difficult, but I'll give you guys a step-by-step tutorial. Please give me likes, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Really helps me be able to bring more content and keep the channel going and give you guys any answers you could possibly need. I'm here to help. I'm Henry. It's PSI Defense Channel. Thanks again. Take care of yourselves.